team, Princess, Anna, and Ali. So today we'll be talking about culture, adaptation, and experiences of Filipino working abroad.
That's right. We're so excited because we'll be sharing the story of a Filipino worker in Canada. She opened up about her culture, challenges, and what she has learned living in a new environment.
Yes, and we'll hear how cultural values like pakikisama and bayanihan continue to guide her in her work and daily life, even miles away from home.
Right, so now let's dive into the interview.
First, we asked her, what do you value most about your culture? And how does it shape the way you interact with others?
So she said she values pakikasama or keeping good relationships. It makes her considerate and respectful, especially when talking to coworkers and patients.
We also asked her to share traditions she's proud of. She talked about bayanihan or helping each other in times of need. Even in Canada, she's seen Filipinos volunteer to help newcomers and she does the same.
Then we asked how moving to a different country influenced her perspective. She realized Filipinos are very resilient and adaptable, but sometimes shy to express opinions. In Canada, she learned to be more confident while still respectful.
And of course, there were challenges too. One of the biggest was being away from family. She shared that in the Philippines, family is everything. She overcome the loneliness by joining a Filipino community in Toronto, which gave her a sense of hope.
We also asked how cultural differences considered in the workplace. She said Filipinos bring patience and compassion, while Canadians bring directness and efficiency. Together, that balance leads to better teamwork and patient care.
When we asked her the best way to respect different cultures, she said, be curious, not judgmental. For example, when coworkers ask about Filipino food or traditions, it makes her feel valued.
She also shared an experience where cultural understanding builds stronger relationships. She explained Simbang Gabi are Filipino dawn masses to her Canadian co-workers. They joined a Filipino Christmas gathering and it made her feel included.
And for advice on learning about Filipino culture, she suggested trying Filipino food like adobo and sinigang and joining community events because Filipinos love to welcome others.
And of course, we also asked about her biggest challenge working in new country. She said it was adjusting to the fast workplace in healthcare. But she learned to handle the pressure while still keeping the Filipino warmth in patient care.
Finally, she shared how her culture influences her work style. Being Filipino makes her naturally compassionate and service-oriented. She always goes the extra mile to make patients comfortable because caring is part of Filipino culture.
Wow, I really admire how she carries Filipino values like pakikisama and bayanihan even abroad.
Yes, and I love what she said about being curious, not judgmental. That's such a simple but powerful reminder.
For me, what stood out was her honesty and challenges. Being away from family and adjusting to a faster workplace. But she didn't give up, and she found ways to cope.
That's true. Her story shows us that culture is something we carry wherever we go. It shapes not only who we are, but also how we care for others and build relationships in a diverse environment.
And that wraps up our podcast for today.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Until next time, stay open, stay respectful, and keep learning from different cultures.